close the session, I would like to invite Professor Rui Abrunhosa Gonçalves, who is the Director-General of the Portuguese Prison Service, to join us here to the closing. And I would like to ask George, if you could address us with some words, of not a summary, because we had but at least some of the takeaways from this conference. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Pedro. And I would like to just thank Pedro and also Diogo as well for asking me to come along here. Lisbon is a beautiful city. They have beautiful weather. So I don't think it was a hardship for me to be here. So thank you very much. And thank you for the lovely meal as well yesterday evening, which any of you who were there, I think we can say we really enjoyed it. It was a lovely place. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I know people are anxious to travel. You probably at least want to get your lunch, but more likely you want to go and get a plane or drive a car or get a train back to your home place. So it was great to see, I think, a lot of people here, not only from the partner countries, I think, at DIGICOR, but also from other countries as well, like from Canada, from Croatia. We had lots of different people from Ireland, lots of different countries here. So it was great to see that. And I think, I've been involved somewhat in the DIGICOR project, and I have to say it's an excellent project. It's really well run and really good project. And it's been really interesting to see what people are doing and to see how people are getting on. I think there were a lot of very good speakers over the last couple of days. Very, very interesting stuff that was said. But I'm not obviously going to go through all of that because I know people are anxious to get on and do other things. And also, I think a lot of it's been covered by what's been said already. But I have, I suppose, three things. And there were so many things, really. I was writing and writing. But I just wanted to just say three things that kind of really struck a chord with me. One was the comment about the need to do more pilots and not to be afraid to fail. I think that's a really, really good point. I think we have a fear of failure. Lots of organisations, not least the prison services. And if we do something, a pilot, which is relatively small, and it fails, well, at least we're failing early. So we've not invested hundreds of thousands of euro or millions of euro. We're failing early if we do it that way. So I thought that was a very good point. Another comment that was made, which I thought was very good, is we should not base what we do around the worst inmates. We should not set up systems around the worst inmates. We should remember that, most inmates are, relatively well behaved, and we should not be focusing on the small number of people who are, seriously troubled for us. So I think we should build our systems, with a different mindset. Sometimes I think in prisons we get too caught up with security. Security is everything, and we forget, well, there are other things as well, other than just security, that we have to think about. We have to think about the welfare of our inmates. We have to think about the welfare of their staff. So, there's lots of other things I think to focus on there as well. And then the last one that I thought I'd mention, as I say, there were lots of them, so I had to just kind of narrow it down, is the move from black box AI to glass box AI. I thought that was a very, very good comment. AI is very powerful, but can be very frightening to people as well. We've all seen, the articles about ChatGPT and, Google Bard, etc. But I think explainable AI, something that is explainable, something that explains its decisions and maybe allows a human to intervene and say, well, okay, that's great cell allocation for all those inmates, but hang on, George has definitely been put in the wrong cell there. It's forgotten that he's fighting with, Patrick next door or whatever, So I thought that was a very interesting one as well. So short and sweet. I know the Director-General wants to talk next. So just on my behalf and on behalf of Pedro and Diogo and everybody else, thanks very much, everybody. And I hope you have a safe journey back to your home place.
Thank you. Thank you very much, George. So I would invite Professor Rui Abrunhosa Gonçalves to, to make the final address as the not only the headmaster, not all as the headmaster, but as well and professor, but as the head of the Portuguese Prison Service, of course.
Thank you.
Please.
Good afternoon, everybody. The first word I want to say here is that I couldn't be here yesterday because I was assigned to another seminar. This one on juvenile delinquency, and this is the problem of being the general director of probation services, prison services, and juvenile delinquency. So we cannot be in every place every time. But anyway, I would like to cherish your presence here, and just give you a few words because the sunny Lisbon is waiting for you, of course. So firstly, I would like to thank the international partnership of this project, Portugal, of course, Belgium, Germany, and Turkey, for their collaboration and support in yet another European project. And secondly, I would like also to highlight the importance of the term digital transition in justice as an institution and also political priority for the justice sector in Portugal. In fact, one of our secretaries of state of justice is entirely devoted to this mission, and for the whole Ministry of Justice, the importance of the digital world on this. And thirdly, it is important to emphasize that this general director has been making a great effort to modernize its information and communication systems, but there is still much to be done and to be accomplished. Alongside, I just sent to the cabinet today, a few hours ago, the signed proposal related to the adjudication of individual telephones in inmate cells. It's not the same, but is also that is related. So we had some pilot experiences in some 2 or 3 prisons, but now this is to go for all the prison system in Portugal, and we hope that this will contribute, of course, to provide more reinsertion, a more close relationship between inmates and their families and lawyers and so on. So, in fact, innovation and digital transition projects in favor of improving reintegration processes are always of great interest, and it is the intention of this General Directorate to maintain and pursue investment in this area in order to better prepare for the future, since the use of technologies of information and communication will be essential and inevitable. And finally, I would like to congratulate the speakers, which I did not heard, but anyway, I saw the program and I think it was very good. Partners, guests, and attendants for the excellent conference program and during this 1.5 day, and of course reaffirm our interest in continuing to develop and support projects in this particular area. Thank you again, and have a nice Friday and also maybe weekend in Portugal, in particular here in Lisbon, and come again to another project. Pedro, very thanks, and George for our part and all the elements of the General Director that are here, and of course everyone. Thank you again. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great trip back. It was great to see you all here. And for the DIGICOR partners, we continue after lunch because we have a project meeting still to have.
You don't go to...
No. Only some of our guests. We still need to continue. So thank you all very much, and we hope to see you soon. of course, especially to our speakers and guests, I would like really to thank and really to mention some names like Pia, Stephen, Simon, Hakan, of course, that joined us from Sweden, Marianne, that had to leave just a few minutes ago, and also to Oliver, Stephen, and James that were together with us yesterday. So it was really, I think it was really good that you had the chance to be here and really to help enrich this discussion through your experience and your knowledge, both of them together. Thank you really very much. From the place where I come from, we say bem-aja. We don't say obrigado, we say bem-aja. So it's just a different way of saying how thankful we are for you to be here. Thank you very much. And enjoy the sunny Lisbon. Thank you.